Have you ever opened your closet and felt like your clothes no longer reflect who you are? Maybe you found yourself tugging at your clothes, wishing they were more comfortable, or wondering if they're still in style. It's a frustrating feeling, isn't it? You look at the clothes in your closet and wonder if they still work for you or if they've become outdated. It's almost like your wardrobe is telling a story, but one that doesn't quite fit who you are today. If you find value in this video, kindly like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button to get more quality videos. You've probably felt that awkward moment when you get dressed, only to feel like you're not quite yourself anymore. That feeling of trying to squeeze into clothes that don't quite fit or don't feel as good as they used to. If you're nodding along right now, you're not alone. Today, we're going to look at 8 wardrobe mistakes that might be holding you back from looking and feeling your best. And trust me, the last one is going to be a real game changer. Let's start with a mistake that many of us make, especially when it comes to comfort. 1. Clothes that sacrifice comfort for fashion. Have you ever worn something just because it looked good, even though it didn't feel good? That's a mistake many of us make. We get caught up in the desire to look fashionable, and sometimes we forget that comfort should come first. Take Linda, for instance. Linda used to love high heels. No matter how much they hurt, she wore them anyway. She loved how they made her feel, taller, more confident, like she could take on the world. But one day, after running errands in a pair of heels that pinched her toes, she had to take a break. By the time she got home, her feet were sore and blistered. She realized something important that day: she wasn't living her best life by enduring pain just for the sake of style. Linda thought about how many times she had put comfort second, just to look a certain way. But in that moment, she understood that it wasn't worth it anymore. She didn't want to live like that. She needed to make a change, and so should you. Comfort should never be compromised for the sake of fashion. If you're anything like Linda, it's time to rethink the clothes in your closet. Look for items that support your body, and that feel good to wear, not just look good. Fabrics like cotton, linen, and bamboo are breathable, soft, and perfect for all-day comfort. The same goes for shoes. Find shoes that fit properly and support your feet. You deserve both comfort and style, not just one or the other. So next time you go shopping, think about how the clothes feel on your body. Choose comfort, and you'll feel more confident, too. But what happens when the clothes you love no longer fit properly? That's a mistake many of us make, and it's time we talked about it. 2. Outdated or ill-fitting pieces. It's easy to hold on to clothes that no longer fit, especially when they remind us of a time when they did fit. Maybe you have a jacket, or a pair of jeans that you just can't seem to part with. They bring back memories, and it's hard to let go of things that are tied to our past. But the reality is, if your clothes no longer fit your body, they're not helping you feel your best. Take Frank, for example. Frank had a leather jacket he bought when he was in his 20s. He wore it all the time back then. It was his go-to jacket. But over the years, the jacket started to feel tight in the arms. It didn't zip up anymore, and it no longer fit the way it used to. But Frank held on to it. He kept it in his closet, thinking that maybe one day he would fit into it again. Every time he tried it on, he felt a little nostalgic. He remembered the good times he had while wearing it. But deep down, Frank knew that jacket no longer represented who he was. It didn't fit his lifestyle, and it didn't fit his body. It was a reminder of the past, but it wasn't the present version of him. Eventually, Frank realized it was time to let go. He donated the jacket, and that act of letting go made room for something new. He found a jacket that fit his body now, and it felt great. The new jacket made him feel confident, and it was a reflection of who he was today, not who he used to be. So, if you have clothes in your closet that don't fit, it might be time to say goodbye to them. Let go of items that no longer serve you. There's no need to hold on to clothes from the past that don't represent who you are today. Embrace pieces that fit your current body, your current life, and you'll start to feel more confident. And remember, clothes should be about now, not then. When you wear something that fits your body and makes you feel good, it can boost your confidence and make you feel more like yourself. 3. Overly dark or dull colors. Have you ever found yourself reaching for the same colors in your wardrobe, day after day? Maybe you stick with safe choices, colors like black, navy, or gray. They're easy. They go with everything. And most of all, they make us feel like we're blending in, staying neutral. But sometimes, when we keep choosing those dark colors, they can start to drain the energy right out of us. Take Samantha, for example. Samantha loved wearing black. She had a closet full of black clothes, dresses, jackets, pants, you name it. Black was always her go-to color. It was simple, it was sleek, and it made her feel like she had her life together. But after a while, something started to happen. Samantha began to notice that when she wore black, she didn't look as vibrant as she used to. She didn't glow the way she remembered. She looked tired, almost drained, especially near her face. She started to realize that as her skin tone changed, black was no longer complementing her like it once did. Her complexion didn't seem to pop in the same way, and the dark colors seemed to overshadow the natural glow she had. Samantha thought back to when she used to wear colors that brought out the brightness in her skin. When was the last time she wore something that actually made her feel alive? That's when Samantha decided it was time for a change. She began to experiment with brighter colors. She tried shades like coral, teal, and lavender, colors that she had always been hesitant about before. The difference was instant. When she wore coral, it brought warmth to her face. When she wore teal, it made her feel more energized, more vibrant. And when she put on lavender, she felt calm, but also confident. Samantha realized that adding color to her wardrobe wasn't just about changing the way she looked, it was about changing the way she felt. And that's the advice I have for you today. Don't be afraid to add some color to your wardrobe. Start with colors like coral, teal, or lavender, colors that complement your natural skin tone and make you feel more vibrant. These shades can help you feel more alive and bring out the best in your complexion. You deserve to wear clothes that bring out your best features, that make you feel confident and radiant. We all have our safe colors, the ones we turn to when we don't want to stand out too much. But you might find that adding a little color to your outfits can completely transform how you look and feel. It's time to move beyond the safety of black and see what happens when you embrace shades that make you feel good, inside and out. But here's the thing, your clothes should also reflect who you are. It's not just about how they look on you, but about what they say about you. Let's take a look at why that matters. 4. Clothes that don't reflect your personality. Have you ever put on something and felt like it wasn't truly you? Maybe it was a shirt that didn't feel right, or a pair of pants that you only wore because they were appropriate. A lot of us wear clothes because we feel we should, because they fit in with the expectations of others, or because we're trying to blend in. But here's the truth, your clothes should reflect who you are. They should be an extension of your personality, not just something you put on because it's safe or expected. Jean is a perfect example of this. She was someone who always played it safe when it came to fashion. She wore neutral-colored outfits, lots of beige, navy, and black. She felt like she had to dress properly, like she had to keep her wardrobe understated, sensible. But even though Jean's clothes were practical and appropriate, they didn't reflect her true style. She didn't feel alive when she wore them. She felt like she was hiding a part of herself. One day, while shopping with her daughter, Jean picked up a bold, patterned scarf. It was unlike anything she would normally choose. It was colorful, vibrant, and loud. At first, she hesitated. What will people think, she wondered. but something told her to try it on. When she did, she smiled. She finally felt like she was embracing her true style. That scarf, that one simple piece, made her feel like herself. It felt like it was part of who she was, part of the personality she had been hiding behind the neutral tones for so long. Jean realized that she didn't need to dress properly to feel good about herself. She didn't have to hide behind safe choices. She could wear bold colors, patterns, and accessories that made her feel alive, and it would be just as appropriate as anything else. It wasn't about following the rules, it was about following her own sense of style. And that's the advice I want to share with you. Your wardrobe should reflect who you are. Don't be afraid to wear the pieces that make you feel alive. Whether it's a bright accessory or a fun pattern, wear what makes you feel like the best version of yourself. Clothes shouldn't be about fitting into someone else's idea of what you should wear. They should be about showing the world who you truly are. Maybe for you, it's not about bold patterns, but it could be adding a pop of color here and there. It could be wearing clothes that show off your personality, like a quirky t-shirt, a piece of jewelry that speaks to you, or even a jacket with a unique style. Whatever it is, don't hold back. Let your clothes reflect who you are, your personality, your essence, your true self. When you dress in a way that feels authentic to you, you'll notice a change in how you feel, how you carry yourself, and how others see you. You'll feel more confident, more at ease in your own skin, and more ready to take on the day. So, what's stopping you from wearing what feels right? Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Take a chance on that bold pattern or that bright color. Wear what makes you feel alive, and you'll see how it transforms not only your wardrobe, but how you carry yourself in the world. 5. Shoes without proper support. Have you ever looked at a pair of trendy shoes and thought, I need those, only to regret it after wearing them for a while? It happens to a lot of us. Shoes are an essential part of our wardrobe, but we often make the mistake of choosing style over comfort. We might get caught up in what looks good, only to find ourselves suffering after a few hours of wear. Take James, for example. James loved trendy, flat shoes. He thought they looked stylish and went well with everything. But after wearing them for a while, he started noticing something. His feet began to ache. It wasn't just a minor discomfort, it got worse. Soon, James found himself dealing with knee pain as well. He started wondering why his body was hurting so much. After all, he had been wearing the same shoes for years and never had this problem before. It wasn't until James paid attention to what was happening that he realized the impact of wearing shoes without proper support. Those trendy, flat shoes were doing more harm than good. The lack of arch support and cushioning was affecting his feet, which in turn affected his knees. James came to understand that choosing shoes just because they looked good wasn't worth the discomfort he was experiencing. That's when he decided to make a change. He started investing in shoes that offered proper support. Shoes with arch support and cushioning, shoes that would allow him to walk without pain. The best part? He found that orthopedic shoes didn't have to be unstylish. There were many brands offering comfortable, supportive options that still looked great. James found a pair of shoes that not only felt good but also complemented his style. The lesson here is simple: invest in shoes that offer support. When you wear shoes that are comfortable and support your feet, you'll feel better overall. Arch support is essential, and cushioning can make all the difference. Orthopedic shoes don't have to be boring, they can be stylish, comfortable, and practical all at once. So, before you choose your next pair of shoes, think about how they make you feel. Comfort is just as important as style. And when you take care of your feet, you're taking care of your body. Don't let discomfort become a part of your daily routine. Invest in shoes that support you, and you'll notice a big difference in how you feel. But sometimes, comfort doesn't just come from shoes. It comes from how we layer our clothes. Let's take a look at that next. 6. Overly layered outfits. There's something comforting about layers, especially when it's cold outside. Many of us turn to thick cardigans, bulky scarves, and heavy jackets to stay warm during the colder months. Layers can make us feel cozy, but there's a fine line between layering for warmth and layering for bulk. Rita was someone who loved to layer. She'd pile on thick cardigans, chunky scarves, and heavy jackets, thinking that the more she wore, the warmer she would be. But after a while, she started to feel weighed down. The extra layers didn't just make her feel heavy, they made her look bulky, too. It wasn't just about warmth anymore, it was about comfort and how she felt in her own clothes. Rita realized that while it's important to stay warm, it's just as important to feel comfortable in what you're wearing. The layers she had been wearing weren't giving her the freedom to move. Instead, they were restricting her, and she felt uncomfortable and a little self-conscious. That's when she decided to rethink her approach to layering. Instead of piling on thick, heavy clothes, Rita started choosing lightweight fabrics that still offered warmth. She replaced her bulky sweaters with soft cashmere, and she swapped her oversized jackets for tailored blazers. She realized that layering wasn't about adding more, it was about finding the right balance between warmth and comfort. Rita found that with the right fabrics and layers, she could stay warm without feeling weighed down. And, most importantly, she looked and felt better. So, what's the takeaway here? Layering is great, but it's all about how you layer. Choose fabrics that are lightweight but still provide warmth. Soft cashmere, merino wool, and lightweight blazers are perfect for this. When you layer strategically, you'll not only stay warm, but you'll also look put together and feel comfortable at the same time. There's no need to overdo it with layers. The right balance can give you warmth without the bulk. And when you find that perfect balance, you'll feel confident and comfortable, ready to take on whatever the day brings. Now, let's talk about something that's just as important as how you layer your clothes, what materials your clothes are made from. Let's dive into that next. 7. Low-quality fabrics. Have you ever bought something because it was a great deal, only to regret it later? Maybe you bought that cute sweater on sale, thinking you were getting a steal. At first, it seemed fine, right? But after a couple of washes, you noticed something wasn't quite right. The fabric started to lose its shape, and suddenly, that soft, comfy feeling was replaced with irritation. That's exactly what happened to Maggie. Maggie was always on the lookout for a good bargain. She came across a few inexpensive polyester sweaters on sale, and since they looked cute, she picked them up. At first, they seemed perfect. They fit well, felt soft, and she was happy with her purchase. But after just a couple of washes, things changed. The fabric started to lose its shape, and Maggie noticed that her skin began to itch. She couldn't wear them for long before feeling uncomfortable. It became clear that these low-cost sweaters weren't going to last, and they certainly weren't providing the comfort she wanted. That's when Maggie realized she needed to start investing in better quality fabrics. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of saving money, but sometimes, cheap fabrics can cost you more in the long run. They don't last as long, they don't feel as good, and they can end up costing you more in replacements. Instead of opting for cheap, synthetic fabrics, Maggie decided to look for clothing made from natural fibers like cotton, wool, and silk. These fabrics not only feel softer against your skin, but they age well, too. The investment in quality materials is worth it, as they tend to last longer and stay comfortable. If you're like Maggie, it's time to think about how your clothes feel on your body, not just how much they cost. When you invest in natural fibers, you're choosing comfort, durability, and timeless style. Cotton, wool, and silk may cost a little more upfront, but they'll last much longer, stay in better condition, and keep you feeling comfortable all day. These fabrics are breathable, soft, and kind to your skin. They may cost a bit more, but the comfort they provide makes them well worth it. So next time you're shopping for clothes, think about the fabric. Look for clothes made from natural fibers that feel good against your skin and stand the test of time. It's time to stop buying cheap clothes that only end up causing discomfort and frustration. Instead, invest in quality fabrics that you can wear for years. But while we're talking about investments, what about those trendy outfits that are always calling your name? They look great now, but are they really the best choice? Let's dive into that next. 8. Overly youthful or trendy outfits. It's tempting, isn't it? Those trendy outfits that seem to be everywhere. You see younger people wearing them and think, why not? I could pull that off too. The problem comes when you realize that you're wearing something just because it's popular, not because it truly reflects who you are or fits your current lifestyle. Elaine found herself in that exact situation. She was in her 40s, but she couldn't resist trying out some of the trendy styles she saw younger people wearing, things like cropped tops and ripped jeans. She'd see people on social media rocking these looks, and she thought, why not give it a try? But every time Elaine put on those outfits, she felt something wasn't right. She felt like she was trying too hard, like she was forcing herself into a trend that didn't really suit her. It didn't matter how fashionable those pieces were, they didn't make her feel confident. Instead of feeling empowered, she felt out of place. And that's when Elaine realized something important: she didn't need to chase fleeting trends. She didn't need to wear things just because they were popular. What she really needed was to embrace timeless styles that suited her life, her body, and her personality. Elaine started focusing on styles that made her feel comfortable and elegant without trying to fit into trends. She embraced classic, well-cut pieces, a tailored blazer, crisp, flattering pants, and classic blouses that always looked good. Instead of chasing the latest trend, Elaine began to build a wardrobe that was truly her own. She realized that elegance didn't have to feel forced or uncomfortable. She could wear pieces that reflected who she was now, not who she thought she should be. The same goes for you. Instead of constantly chasing the next big trend, focus on timeless styles that fit your lifestyle and personality. A well-tailored blazer, a great pair of pants, or a classic blouse will always be in style. These pieces are elegant and versatile, and they'll make you feel confident no matter what the latest fashion trend is. Trendy outfits come and go, but classic styles never fade. And when you invest in timeless pieces, you're investing in clothes that will always make you feel your best. So, let go of the pressure to fit into trends that don't suit you, and embrace the styles that reflect your true self. At the end of the day, your wardrobe should reflect the vibrant, confident person you've become. You deserve clothes that make you feel at ease, stylish, and empowered. Whether it's investing in quality fabrics, choosing comfortable shoes, or embracing timeless styles that suit your personality, your clothes should make you feel good about yourself. Dressing for yourself isn't about following the latest trends or trying to keep up with everyone else. It's about finding what works for you and what makes you feel your best. So, take a moment to think about your wardrobe. Is it a reflection of who you are today? If not, what can you do to refresh it? You don't have to make drastic changes, but small shifts can make a big difference in how you feel and how others perceive you. If you're ready to start refreshing your wardrobe, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Share this video with a friend who could use some wardrobe inspiration, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments section. What wardrobe mistake are you most excited to fix? Thanks for watching, and here's to dressing in a way that celebrates your unique self.